Hey there, thanks for tuning into Duck Bricks. I'm Chris, and LEGO just sent me the two brand new LEGO Sonic the Hedgehog Brickheads, Sonic and Miles Tails Prowler. Over the past few years, ever since LEGO Brickheads first came out in 2017, it has been my goal to collect every single one of the LEGO Brickheads. From the Comic-Con exclusives to everything in between, LEGO Brickheads has been running for a long time, but this is the very first time we are getting Sonic-themed Brickheads, which are definitely a very interesting treat. And so for this video, we will be answering the question that has plagued the LEGO community ever since images of these first released: are they cute or cursed? Alright, so here are the two Sonic Brickheads. We have Sonic here, as well as Miles Tails Prowler. They both sport unique features that make them feel very distinct compared to other Brickheads. Specifically, Sonic's quills are made up of these pointy pieces, giving him a very distinct silhouette no matter what angle you view him from. And Tails has his, well, tails on the back here, utilizing the macaroni pieces, which I believe are new in this color. It is the Keyed Orange or Flame Yellowish Orange color, introduced for Bionicle Kitongu in 2005. Their eyes are also printed on the green and blue pieces right here for the tiles, which are new for these Brickheads, as well as Sonic holding one of the new molds that they introduced for the minifigure-based Sonic theme, which are the rings, which funnily enough are a little bit more in scale with the Brickheads than the minifigures themselves, in which case they're a little bit oversized for the minifigs. One thing I want to point out is I actually really like the way that the shoes are done on these characters. They are using the slightly newer hemisphere jumper plate, which you can see right there. They just attach onto the feet like so, and both characters have pretty much the same construction done for their feet, which I think is a really solid way of building the models themselves. And in constructing their head sculpts, they actually have a lot of really interesting building techniques. Tails being one of the most interesting because if I lift this up, you may notice that this entire construction is not even attached to any studs. It kind of just slots into a perfect groove right here, and then you place some pieces on top of it, and that stays in, which is a really clever way of giving him a very distinct look and feel for the ears, while still retaining these studs on the side approach to allow him to have the whiskers on the side of the face there. Sonic, on the other hand, is a little bit more simply built in terms of a standard Brickheads, but it still feels very unique and very distinct because of the pieces used to make up the quills. You have them on the top, the sides, you also have some triangular pieces on the back here, and especially looking at the side profile, it feels like this is almost a running pose where he is flying through the wind and this is blowing his quills back, which I think is a really nice design. Of course, these are Brickheads, so there are limitations in the way that the models are designed and the proportions of the models. In particular, Sonic, from the side, I do like that you can see the spikes on the quills, but it feels almost too blocky and rectangular. I do understand that is the Brickheads look, but from certain angles, he doesn't feel very fast. It feels very much like a rectangle, but I don't even know if that's a really valid complaint because, again, it is just the Brickhead style. Tails, on the other hand, is actually built really nicely. Again, I love that building technique here. You can articulate the two tails back and forth, so you can choose exactly how you want to have them posed. Weirdly enough, the instruction manual recommended that you just keep them fully flat out of the back here, which I guess adds to the Brickhead's very blocky aesthetic, but personally I prefer to add a bit of character and have them stick outwards, so you can actually kind of see them when you're on the other side. You can see a bit of the tail peeking out from the side there. Overall, honestly, there isn't that much I can even say about the design of the characters themselves. When the images were first released, a lot of people in the community were pretty torn on this. A lot of comparisons were made to the infamous ugly Sonic, which I guess I can kind of see it, but again, it is part of the Brickhead's charm that the characters are depicted in these very square and blocky type designs. Would I have changed anything about the design? I honestly don't even think so. I feel like you do have that motion of the quills moving backwards, and yes, it does make Sonic feel a little bit thicker than normal, but it is part of the whole Brickheads aesthetic. Overall, I think it's cool that we are getting Sonic Brickheads. I'm very curious if they will do more. I think an Eggman Brickhead would be really interesting, especially if they wanted to depict his very long legs and very uniquely egg-shaped body. I would love to see how Brickheads try to tackle that, as well as Knuckles, who we still don't have in minifigure form, but I'm sure is coming probably by January next year. I'm sure they're just saving him for a big release for a future wave of Sonic sets. Otherwise, we have summed up our quick and dirty review of the Sonic Brickheads, as well as the Miles Tails Prowler. Miles Prowler, where have I heard that one before? Brickhead sets here, both retailing for $10. That's pretty much all I have to say about these two sets, and they are releasing on September 1st, 2023, and you can get them from LEGO.com or LEGO stores. Thank you again to the LEGO Ambassador Network for sending me these. While they were sent to me for free, all the thoughts and opinions provided in this review, of course, are my own. And I'm gonna be honest, I mean, they're Brickheads. If you don't like Brickheads, you won't like these. If you like Brickheads and you like Sonic, you'll probably like them. So they toe that nice line of licensed LEGO Brickheads, which are really meant to appeal to a particular niche of the LEGO fanbase, or even the Sonic fanbase, and I'm very curious to see what other people think of these Brickheads. I've seen people online who love them, I've seen people online who hate them, much like Sonic himself, I guess. So I guess that things come full circle. That's all for now. Thank you all so much for watching, and I hope you enjoyed this review of the Sonic and Tails Brickheads. And with that, we have summed up our look at the brand new LEGO Sonic Brickheads. Let me know down in the comments below if you are planning on getting these yourself when they launch on September 1st, 2023. I, for one, really do like what they are. I mean, Brickheads are Brickheads. They pretty much are a love 'em or hate 'em concept, but I do like LEGO Brickheads. I do think they are a really unique and cool concept, and I do like how LEGO continues to make them for different licensed characters and really tries to stretch the box in terms of what it means to be a Brickheads, especially with these more animalistic characters. Thanks so much for tuning into Duckbricks. That about sums up this review of the brand new Sonic Brickheads. Let me know down in the comments below, what do you think of these sets? Do you like them? Do you dislike them? Are you going to get them yourselves? And thanks so much for tuning into Duckbricks. Be sure to like and subscribe for even more LEGO news, reviews, discussion, and analyses coming your way very soon. And bye for now.